The solemn courtroom. The woman tapped her cheek with her fingers in rhythm. It turned out she was using Morse code to communicate with the death row inmate. She asked the prisoner how she could help him escape. After receiving Mary's message, the inmate replied by blinking in Morse code. Because there was so much information, Mary quickly wrote everything down. By the time they finished exchanging signals, the trial was over. The prisoner was sentenced to death, with execution set for 3 days later. However, he wasn't the slightest bit worried. Just moments earlier, he and Mary had created an elaborate escape plan. That night, following Mike's directions, Mary arrived at a wall. She found the marked brick and gently pushed it inward. The wall slowly lifted, revealing a sports car inside. Mary got into the car and immediately drove to the next location. When she reached the 37-kilometer marker, she pulled over. Suddenly, the mountainside shifted into a hidden door that slowly opened. As the car entered the cave, she discovered a massive secret chamber. After entering the code for the safe, it clicked open. Inside were stacks of cash and several colored vials. Mary picked up the yellow and green vials that Mike had told her to take. Next, Mary planned to use them to break Mike out of prison. But first, she still needed to find one key person, the Minister of Justice. This man abused his authority for personal gain and had long been obsessed with Mary. Every time he saw her beauty, he dreamed of making her his wife. Now, seeing Mary approach him willingly, he eagerly shut the door, ready to act. But Mary asked him to prove his love for her. The minister swore immediately, claiming he would do anything for Mary. Mary smiled faintly, then picked up the newspaper on the table. She noticed the report on Mike's upcoming execution and showed curiosity about this infamous man, saying she wanted to see him before he died. The minister refused right away since Mike was on death row. Mary had to try a different tactic. She teased the minister with her charm, and he quickly gave in, on the condition that he go with her. But he never realized this was Mary's trap. That night, they went to the prison. The minister used an excuse to interrogate Mike, and the three of them entered the interrogation room. 27 minutes later, the minister calmly walked out, saying Mike was like a fool, refusing to say a single word. The warden explained that Mike had been this way since arriving in prison, expressionless and silent. The next day was execution day. The guards removed Mike's collar and led him to the guillotine. Even then, he stayed completely blank, as if none of this concerned him. Noticing his strange behavior, the nearby sheriff suddenly felt uneasy. He remembered the collection of human skin masks found at Mike's home and immediately stepped forward to stop the execution.